For most of us, our first encounter with Asian history came from a textbook. We learned about dynasties, emperors, and a few key inventions. It was a story often told from a distance, neat and tidy. A story of isolated civilizations. But what if that story is incomplete? What if the history of Asia is less about isolation and more about intense, world-changing connection? What if the tales we remember are the ones chosen by the powerful, while the voices of merchants, pirates, women, and rebels were left out? Today, we're going beyond the textbook. We're diving into the messy, interconnected, and surprising truths of Asian history that you probably never learned in school. Textbooks love to talk about the Silk Road, but they often present it as a single, dusty path. The real story is the Indian Ocean world, a maritime superhighway. That was the center of global trade for centuries before Europe even knew how to get to Asia. It was a truly multicultural space. Chinese Admiral Zhen He, a Muslim eunuch, led colossal fleets to Africa. Arab and Persian merchants settled in port cities from Malacca to Guangzhou. They weren't just trading goods. They were trading ideas, languages, and genes. This was globalization 600 years ago. And what about Japan's famous closed country policy? The textbook says, Japan was completely isolated. The truth, Japan was never fully closed. They maintained vibrant trade with the Dutch, the Chinese, and the Koreans through specific ports like Nagasaki. They weren't ignorant of the world. They were strategically managing it. History is often written by the winners, the emperors, and the shoguns. But what about the people who built the empires? Let's talk about pirates. In the 19th century, a pirate confederation led by a remarkable woman named Ching Shih terrorized the South China Sea. At her peak, she commanded over 1,800 ships and 80,000 piraza, force larger than most national navies. She wasn't just a criminal. She was a master organizer who created a strict code of laws and eventually negotiated a peaceful retirement for her entire fleet. This is a story of power, gender, and resistance that rivals any emperor's saga. And the Khmer Empire. We see the stunning temple of Angkor Wat, but textbooks rarely mention the sophisticated hydrological society that supported it. Recent LIDAR technology has revealed that Angkor was the largest pre-industrial city in the world, with a complex water management system that supported 1 million people. Its collapse is a lesson in climate vulnerability and engineering, not just a mysterious disappearance. The colonial narrative is simple. Powerful Europeans arrived and dominated passive Asians. This is a profound distortion. The reality was a complex negotiation. In India, the British East India Company didn't conquer through sheer military might alone. They inserted themselves into existing political rivalries, making alliances with local rulers and playing them off against each other. Many Indian elites saw the company as a new player in an old game, not an unstoppable force. They had agency, even if they ultimately lost. And in the Philippines, the story doesn't end with the defeat of the Spanish. Textbooks often skip the bloody Philippine-American War that immediately followed. It was a brutal conflict where Filipinos, who had just won their independence from Spain, fought a new colonizer, the United States. It's a crucial chapter in the history of American imperialism that is often glossed over. So, what's the point of all this? It's not to say that your textbook was entirely wrong. It's to say that history is infinitely more rich, more connected, and more human than the simplified version we're often given. By seeking out these hidden stories, we do more than just correct the record. We understand that Asia was never a passive continent waiting for discovery. It was a dynamic, interconnected theater of innovation, conflict, and exchange that fundamentally shaped our modern world. The next time you think about history, ask yourself, whose story is being told? And more importantly, whose story is being left out? The answers might surprise you. What historical topic should we uncover next? Comment below.